Robertson came back from the dead a couple of times, but Hubbard still prevailed to get his way into the semi-final. And Sidebottom's been playing pretty well in this tournament too. He's playing for South Bendigo these days.
He does. He does play for South Bendigo. We play them next week, and the form that Mitch is in, I'll put my hand up to say first that I do not want to play him next week.
Does he skip, does he?
He does skip it. He definitely skips at South Bendigo alongside Ryan Tayton, who's made the move up from Geelong a couple of years back. And Brad Holland has made the trek across from Bendigo East to South Bendigo. So after 4 games of the season, South Bendigo were already 100 shots up.
Wow.
So it just goes to show that they're a good side, and they'll be very hard to beat this year, but can only give it your best shot, I suppose.
So we'll stick with this game for now. We just switched our camera angle over. We've got a fixed camera, but we will try and show you this the best we can for the last couple of ends.
Benny Hubbard's in much of the same position as what Matty Robertson was against him this morning.
Was indeed. Sidebottom certainly got a roll on here. Hubbard was actually going well to start this game too, but Sidebottom just seems to have taken control in the middle ends. He's
a very solid player, Mitch. He won the Bendigo Region Singles a few years back. Very, very quality player. Very quiet and shy bloke, Mitch. Unless he's obviously had a few drinks, and then he likes to socialise. But plays a very good guitar, I can tell you. Plays a very, very nice guitar. Quality singer.
He's got the bowls game too.
He does.
What's not to like?
I think everyone in his family would have sore necks from having to look up 3 metres tall and say good day to him every time, I think.
Wouldn't have any worry about having somebody in the house to change the light bulbs without a ladder.
Yeah, Mitch would just be able to turn his head and away she goes, I suppose. Another good shot here from Mitch.
Benny's sort of all points at the compass here. He's got 1 east, 1 north, 1 south. Now he needs a good bowl around his own. Might be just a touch wide, is it?
No, he's going to sit
got
the
it on
shot
the milking
bowling.
side. That's a good shot.
Well done.
Saved that. Looks like a basketballer. He's a big, tall unit, doesn't he?
He certainly, you wouldn't pick him as a jockey. Certainly looks like a basketballer. He plays a good game of lawn bowls too with his red premiers.
Not by that one.
So there we go, one to Ben Hubbard there. Pulls another one back and trails 18-11. This is the men's semi-final, closing stages of this match. Just a reminder, Lee Schreiner, 21-4 winner over Nathan Murray in our televised quarter-final of the men's singles on the show rink here at Shepparton Park Bowls Club.
Looking at the sheet, 15 ends, 21-4. It's just an absolute stellar performance.
It's a demolition, really.
It is a demolition.
Nathan had really didn't have much going for him in the first 8 ends of the game. He failed to get on the card. I think one end there he was stiff not to get the measure for the shot to maybe change the game a little bit. I think it was about 10-0. Lee got a 1, but he just didn't have any answer to the consistency of Lee, really. He wore him down. And probably wore his spirit down too.
You look at the length of the ends there, and when Nathan threw short, but there was 2 short ends in that game, and Lee won both of them. So it just goes to show that his weight adjustment from throwing long ends to short has it was just flawless. That's all there was to say, flawless.
I think that's the best word I've heard for it. It was flawless. It was perfection. I think he set the bar for the singles. If you're not going to bring your A game along to play Lee, you're not going to be in a in a pleasant place.
I think Lee did to Nathan then what Flaps did to Lee last year in the final.
Yeah, correct. That's exactly what it was reminiscent of.
Good shot here from Mitch by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So we'll try and keep you across this game. Our camera angle not quite as sharp as it is for our main show rink, but we will try and keep you across what's going on here. Ben Hubber from Glenroy won his quarterfinal, sensational quarterfinal against Matthew Robertson of Benalla earlier today. Won his way into this to play Mitch Sidebottom of South Bendigo. Closing stages of this, Sidebottom holding a good lead, 18-11 on 21 up. And we'll stick with this to closing time.
Great shot here from Ben. That is fantastic lawn bowling right there. Yeah, Bridgie, I know our camera angles aren't 100%, but looks like a forehand sort of a running shot here.
Nice little valley down there to be inside.
Yep.
Pick up the jack or split the 2 bowls. Nothing for wide, I would have thought.
I would have thought
he's got bowls behind. You've got a bowl behind now, which is not a bad thing because the shot's still there, still presents itself. It's a nice little split there. If you're in that funnel there, you're going to get something. Even a split off the bowls on the inside, you'll get one onto the other, onto the jack. So
sounds simple.
Lawn bowls isn't a hard sport, mate. Not a hard game. It's just frustrating.
And there are thousands of people listening to our live stream now just shaking their heads and going, "You're kidding."
There's only 2 things in bowls: line and length. Combine the 2, you get Lee Schreiner results.
Well, it is simple, I suppose, isn't there? There's only 2 things in bowls you need to do, and that's get your line and your length. 2 things. Doesn't sound a lot.
There's a lot of people that make it look hard, I can tell you.
I'm probably one of them.
Oh dear. We've all been on that journey. We all know what it's like. You have your days you'd love to remember and the days you'd love to forget. I think Sidebottom's just got to tighten his line a little bit here. He was only wide with his last. His weight was good because he played onto the bowl and didn't lose his own bowl. He pushed his other up. He's just got to tighten it by 1 bowl on the line and he'll get a good result. Doesn't take a very big step for a big man, does he?
No, he's like the Aaron Sanderlands of lawn bowls, I would say. Is that a fair comparison, Aaron Sanderlands of lawn bowls?
Yeah. He's a big unit.
He's a very big unit. He would stand over 200 centimetres.
Yeah. He just didn't get the right connection. Then he got the wrong bowl. He needed the outside one first before the inside one, and he just ran off. But
dare I say, quite didn't get that hit out to advantage.
No. We don't talk about them though. They're from the other side of Australia, aren't they? They're back in the 1970s over there, aren't they still? I hope that's gone through to any of our watchers over there in WA.
Well, their time zone's definitely still behind.
They're so good over there, they don't have daylight saving.
Well, Ben Hubber's just picked up a shot there. He trails 18-12 to Mitch Sidebottom. Just a reminder that you're watching Bowls Victoria's Steller Vic Open live stream coverage. This is the closing stages of the men's singles semi-final between Ben Hubber of Glenroy and Mitch Sidebottom of South Bendigo. Our coverage brought to you by Aussie Gutter Protection. If you've got birds in your roof, contact Aussie Gutter Protection now to find out how they can provide a 100% bird-proofing guarantee. Contact Aussie 1300 88 5525 or at the website aussiegutterprotection.com.au. We thank them for their sponsorship of our live stream.
It's a great shot.
You mentioned it before, Bridgie. Hubba is in the same position Matt Robinson was against him. Robertson came back, wasn't quite right, wasn't quite able to do it, but Hubba certainly making a bit of a dash at it here.
Yeah, no, and look, and he's done the right thing here. He's got his first bowl all over the jack, but I tell you what, that's a pretty good response.
Yeah, that's a great response from Sidebottom.
When you've got an opposition that's got a bowl on the front of the jack, another bowl 4 inches away, that's a great reply. It's up to Hubba now to try and beat that. He just doesn't want to be tight to touch the shot bowl onto the jack, because it's only going to favour Sidebottom if he does. But smart bowl here, just to get behind. Yeah, good shot. That's a good shot. Sidebottom here's just got to play the same bowl again. If he touches the shot bowl, which just brushes the jack, he'll get one. But don't try to be too clinical and dead draw the shot. Give yourself a chance to reach. No good to him there if he's got to attack the shot bowl. That's not a good bowl there.
You'd rather it 3 feet behind than
absolutely
2 feet short.
That's the bowl that Ben would want to play as a blocker if he had to try and protect the one he's got. But Mitch has put it there for him. This is good bowls. Very good bowls.
That's a great shot.
Fantastic shot, Ben Hubba.
Oh.
He's in the sort of form that he was in earlier this afternoon in his quarter-final.
Just a touch unlucky though. He's fallen back on the jack and poked it out a little bit out the side there. I don't think Mitch could see the jack before, but I think he's got a bit of a line of sight to it now. It's always a security blanket when you can see the jack.
Mitch has looked up into the heavens there, just looking at him. He knew he was a tight.
He hasn't got far to look.
No, he doesn't. He's already above the clouds, and
he's a foot taller than Ben.
He is.
Got to say, we've got ceiling fans at about 12 feet here. I think Mitch might want to watch his head.
Well, he'd certainly be getting the breeze off the fans before anybody else does.
Big shot for Ben Hubba here. He's holding 2.
He's just got to play the same bowl again. He doesn't want to get out there on that other hand and give anything to Mitch to sit on. He's just got to get in here on this forehand again. Just play to the red bowl again and strengthen his hold on the head. This is pretty good. This is pretty good.
It's a
wow,
great shot.
What a great shot.
Wow. Just setting the scene for you here. Ben Hubba trails 12-18 to Mitch Sidebottom, and he's got 3. 3? No, he might have. He's certainly got 2.
Definitely got 2.
Definitely got 2. Might have a third. It's a bit hard to tell there. But
Mitch would be ruining that bowl on the centre line there, because there's a perfect plant there on that front bowl of Ben's touching his second shot or shot bowl, which is lining up straight through the jack. So
this 3 might be just the start that Benny Hubba needs to get right back into this match.
I will say though, he's definitely got 2. We'll reserve judgment on the third one. It's a little hard to see from our angle here.
He's playing that real in between weight here, which is hard on this surface, and he's wide. Yep. They're hard shots on this carpet.
So we'll let our officials see. We'll let our officials see what we get here, whether we get 2 or 3 for Hubba. Is a little hard to see from our angle,
3.
and it is 3. Ben Hubba.
This could be the comeback.
He loves the TV.
Oh, he's a great player, Ben.
He's on his way back, trailing now 18 to 15. He was down 18 to 9.
Great player, Ben. Member of Northern Gateway's group side championship win. Very accomplished player at Glenroy.
Won a state pairs title with Johnny McCarron earlier this year, and that was, as we were saying, it's a breakthrough.
Superb.
It's been a big breakthrough.
Correct.
For him this year.
Against quality opposition in Luke Alio and Adam Galloway.
Adam Galloway from Bundura RSL, Nathan Murray's club. And
Ben wasn't wearing glasses this morning, Guy.
No, he's gone for the glasses. The light lower here today, as afternoon certainly turning to evening now. It's about 25 to 7 local time in the evening. Lights dropped away a bit, and we seriously are under the lights here. We're playing under the lights at Shepparton Park. So Ben's donned the glasses.
if you were Mitch here, does your temperament on the game change given the fact that he's back within 3 shots? Ben's just picked up a 3. How do you react if you're Mitch in this situation?
Well, he's got to get back to the basics and get himself a couple of close bowls. Like he had one close bowl on that end there, which was his first bowl that he played, and he didn't do anything with any of his other 3. So he's obviously struggling with that consistency, and you're never ever far enough in front. Like, you know, the opposition player can all of a sudden lift his game and drop that first bowl right on the front of the jack, and if you do that, if you're 8 behind, you do that on 8 ends.
Would you say Lee Schreiner was too far in front, or never enough?
Well, I think Lee's total control over that. He was never ever going to lose that game ever. If he had it, he would have.
I think he would have been very disappointed from there.
He would have kicked holes in anything he could find, I think, if he'd lost that game. But there's a good response from Mitch.
And the moo chants go up around the show rink.
If he wins this, we're all bound for moo land, are we? The old KLS.
Well, some of us here may be justified and ancient, Bridgie.
Yeah, justified and ancient. And that's a shocker.
Yeah, that's
I think
not
there's
ideal.
just looking at the events. There's only one event currently left that a defending champion can win, and that being the men's singles.
Matty
if
Flapper.
Matty Flapper is can get the job done over Lee Schreiner and go on to win it, and back-to-back years.
He might have dropped 2 on the.
Here
on the
comes
last
Sidebottom.
end, but here he comes, and that's a great shot.
Bang, bang from Mitch Sidebottom.
And Hubba hasn't got to drive at this because that head's blocked.
What do you do if you're Ben? Do you go back and try and dead draw the shot, and
Got to draw a second shot.
if you drop one down, you drop one down?
Well, he's got to get second shot, because if he doesn't, Mitch is drawing for game. So
Coming up to observe the head here, and
not a bad move.
thoughts would be going through Ben's mind, a million miles an hour here.
He's got to get on the backhand and draw the shot, or second shot. He hasn't got much room to get the shot, but if he gets a close second, it puts the pressure on Mitch then to try and draw it to get the 3 to win the game.
Exactly right. You just got to ignore the bowls and try and dead draw as close as you can, I suppose.
What he wants to do here is give Mitch a foot to try and draw the 3rd shot, which is a lot harder to do than if you give him 2 or 3 feet. Just put that little bit of extra pressure on and see if Mitch responds and he draws the shot, so be it, but he just can't make it easy for him.
This to stay in the match.
Well, he's given it a chance. He's given it a big chance. That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
Great shot there from Ben, just running through, and
Just
that bad luck.
15 inches past. He's given him a sniff.
Well, if just watching on the previous game, if you gave Lee Schreiner 15 inches, you'd probably drop a 4 in the form he was in.
Yes. There's not too many blokes that can say that they can put 4 bowls on a handkerchief, but he can.
Yeah.
Biggest
You're
bowl
right.
this bloke's played in the tournament now. If he draws
Well,
this, he
it
wins
might be the
game.
biggest bowl, but he's still definitely the biggest bloke here.
Not going to argue that with you. Okay, this looks all right.
I think he might be a little bit quick here.
I think he's going to slow
Oh,
down
really?
for another shot. What a great
Oh,
shot.
Mitch Sidebottom.
What a great shot.
He's drawn the absolute shot.
What
That
a
is an
superb finish.
That is an absolute stonker.
Well, that is a great finish. Mitch Sidebottom picks up 3. He's into the men's singles final at the Steller Victorian Open. 21-15 winner over Ben Hubba. Thank you so much to Brad Marron for joining us in commentary. Thank you for your fantastic insight into the previous game. Lee Schreiner winning that quarterfinal 21-4. Graeme Bridge, good to have you with us. Thank you so much. We'll be back very soon with another live stream match on Bowls Victoria.
Aussie Gutter Protection.
Great service is one thing, but let's take a closer look at the product. We're here at the warehouse and I'd like to show you some of the raw materials that we use. Let's have a look. Our commercial grade aluminium 700, specifically designed for Australian conditions and 50% stronger than our leading competitors. And of course, all our mesh is powder coated to meet strict Australian standards. Continuous research and development has gone into making a superior product. Here are two of our competitors' products. And the second one. And here's our specially developed double rib colour bond steel product that is extremely resistant to bending. Now that's tough. And of course, all our trims and accessories are made from blue scope steel in the full colour bond range of colours.
Your location in Victoria, or the type of roof you have, is not a problem. We have all of the materials and the expertise to match your roof to our solution.
If you like, Aussie Gutter Protection can send an expert out to your house to take you through the whole process. Aussie Gutter Protection, 16 years in the business, still going strong.
Do it properly. It's worth it in the long run. Please contact us now at Aussie Gutter Protection.